Chat, how much would you sell your soul on eBay for? And then you go into a boss fight. Bam. So they made the weapon with their feet. They forged the weapon with their feet. Okay. Okay. So another video for today is ZacSpeaksGiant. So according to his description, I share silly DnD stories and my own silly thoughts. He is a silly guy confirmed. Chat, are you a silly guy? I'm a silly guy. Apparently his shorts are very funny. Chat recommends it as well. So we're gonna see what he's all about.
Why are vampires always wealthy in D&D campaigns? Like, how do they make a living? I say, if you've been alive for 200 years and still broke, just step into the sun.
Honestly valid. I agree with this logic. If you've been up here and you've experienced the highs and lows of the economy and you're still broke, goddamn. Just fucking step into the sun. Honestly, I would do the same. 200 years of being broke sounds awful.
A friend of mine tried to sell his soul on eBay and the starter price was $10 and people were bidding on it, but before anything happened, eBay took it down and sent him an email explaining that if he was selling a soul that didn't actually exist, then it was against their policy. If he was selling a real soul, then that is a human body part. It was also against their policy. Well done, eBay, for solving that philosophical conundrum.
Imagine the eBay top heads having this discussion. All right. Someone selling their soul and it counts as a fucking body part. That's funny. But first of all, someone selling their soul for $10. Can you start a bid on eBay? Can they bid that shit? I don't know how eBay works, guys. I've never bought anything on eBay. Chat, how much would you sell your soul on eBay for? Although it's considered a body part. I don't even know how they came with that conclusion. $1? $1?
This is only $1? $1? Water for $1?
Why are you lowballing yourselves, chat?
Fellow DM told me about a cursed amulet one of his players had. They never checked to see if it was cursed, they just put it on. It absorbs and negates all offensive magic spells against the wearer, direct or splash damage. What the player didn't know was that every time this happened, the DM kept a list of each spell and the amount of damage it would have done. Well, about 3/4 through the campaign, one of the party members asks the wearer if they can borrow the amulet. They were in a city, restocking before the next quest, as soon as the player took the amulet off. 4 out of 6 players dead. Last 2 were in that city, and an entire city district casualty numbered in the thousands. Fellow DM.
Oh my god. This is giving me like a Gale moment. That's great. I guess they didn't say, or they didn't inform that the amulet actually starts to bounce off the damage after you take it off. That's kind of OP. Like, imagine if you farm all the damage you receive, all the projectiles and whatnot, and then you go into a boss fight, bam, you take the amulet off. And shit goes crazy. That's funny.
Gonna need a human skull, and I can't have you ask any questions. Only if you also don't ask why. What? Okay, sure. Pulls out 7 pristine human skulls from their bag. Take your pick.
Oh!
Wizard, this one's 5. Gonna need a human skull, and I can't have you ask any questions.
This is
Only if you also don't ask.
Oh my god, this is like the Punky... Is this the Punky Doodle one? I think it is. I remember this from Punky Doodles. Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, fucking love it.
Imagine you're in a 7-Eleven and 4 armed people walk in, ask if they have any ballistic armor or stealth drones, try to buy energy drinks half off because they just solved a murder, then ask the cashier if they know where the mail lives, and when he tells them they leave a $500 tip. D&D parties are menaces to society.
This will be a funny D&D campaign if you make 7-Eleven a part of your campaign. Guys, this makes me want to play D&D and be silly and think about crazy shit I can do.
When you kill someone, their remaining lifespan is added to yours. Archaeologists have just found a cavern, apparently sealed off for thousands of years, with a single person living inside. Fucking run! When you kill someone, their remaining lifespan is added to yours. Archaeologists have just found a cavern, apparently sealed off for thousands of years, with a single person living inside.
Jeez. Oh, I remember. We also had a creature living in the cavern, or like a cave, in the cracks of the cave in our D&D campaign. This reminds me of that creature. D&D is a lot of fun if you have the right party. Exactly. If you have good teammates, a DM. Personally, I preferred if the DM can do some voice acting. I can't be a DM because I can't voice act. But I highly prefer if the DM can voice act because it just, I don't know, it makes me feel immersed. You know, if that makes sense.
If an elf and a dwarf...
Oh god.
Would it make a human?
I think I remember this. An elf and a dwarf bang each other.
Going by older editions of D&D, they made an awkward, ugly thing called a DWELF,
A DWELF?
which usually combined the worst aspects of both races, personalities, and physical construction. Yeah, a human.
Fucking human. Oh, he's so funny. Humans are actually dwarves who have breeded. We are all dwarves. Well, I do have kind of elf ears for an oni, so maybe I'm like 1/8, 1/4 elf, an oni elf. But yes, humans are just dwarves.
My husband is playing D&D with some friends and told me to come look at the cat who is sitting in a chair like a person. My husband handed him a d20 and said, "Sir, you have to roll a stealth check to convince the other party members you're a human." And the cat immediately batted the d20 and rolled a 14. The party cheered for him. The final human player joined the table, and they brought out a whole extra chair so the cat could remain at the table. He's now the party's official druid, and just canonically in wild shape all the time, and therefore unable to speak common. That's so cute.
That's actually so cute.
Please, I'm begging you.
Cleric.
Stop. What? We're saying the same things. For the last time, when I pray, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned," it is not the same as you saying, "I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty," to your patron. Please. I'm begging. Stop. What? We're saying the same thing.
The warlock is just the NSFW version.
Me dipping my finger into a barrel of wine I know is poison so that I can lick it and get more information on what we're dealing with. It'll be fine. Your girl has advantage on saves against poison. Me 5 seconds later having rolled a 9 and a 13 against what was apparently poison. Your girl is a fucking dumbass. Me dipping my finger into...
Wyvern poison. Oh, you're done. Girl, you're dead.
I think it would be very funny for like characters in a fantasy setting to walk into a pub to try to order, and the bartender sighs and goes, "Species in age," while pulling out a massive book holding the drink for every type of species. I think it would be very
No, that'd
funny
actually be funny.
to walk into a pub to try to order, and the bartender sighs and goes, "Species in age," while
That'd
pulling out
actually
a
be very
massive book
funny.
holding the drinking age for every...
The line would be long though. It would take forever. Or I guess the pub could memorize.
Context: Roku takes things a bit too literally, and me, a necromancer, are interrogating a warlord's son to find a way into his dad's fortress. The rogue was the lucky pick to interrogate him. So how do we get in? "I'll die before I tell you." Have it your way. Out of character, I cut his throat. Wait, what? I cut his throat.
But
He bleeds out within minutes.
yeah, but the
Congrats.
information.
Hey, necromancer, bring him back.
Oh.
Sure thing.
Oh.
Hey, what was that about dying first? What in the unholy hell is wrong with you people? Context: Roku takes things a bit too literally.
That's actually pretty fucking evil. This is funny.
But I move 30 feet back down the hall and yell, "Fireball!" DM, you can't cast that. You don't know that spell. I'm not casting it. I'm telling the wizard to cast it. It's not their turn, like for a few turns, honestly. Fine, I roll to intimidate the wizard into casting it right now.
Oh!
I mean, looks
Oh.
wizard fighter. Roll me some checks. 19. 3? DM looks guess you're casting Fireball right now. But I move 30 feet.
You can do that? You can intimidate someone to cast a spell? Well, I wasn't aware. That's an option.
A sign on the wall says, "Don't feed the kobolds." Triton Warlock.
Oh.
That feels extremely racist? No. I hear if you feed a kobold, they won't leave. Dragonborn Barbarian.
DM's discretion. Oh, I see. If DM allows it.
A sign on the wall says, "Don't feed the kobolds." Triton Warlock. That feels extremely racist? No. I hear if you feed a kobold, they won't leave. Dragonborn Barbarian. Can confirm. Kobold Rogue. Pops out of Barbarian's backpack. Barbarian fed me 7 years ago. Good luck getting rid of me, bitches. A sign on the wall.
Why not feed the kobold? Why is that kobold small though?
How you expect the "no weapon forged by mortal hands shall slay me" loophole to go down? Playing with
Wait. No weapon forged by mortal. Okay.
Of weapon forged or possibly even mortal. How it actually goes down. The blacksmith who forged the sword is a giant spider. Strictly speaking, all of their limbs are meat.
So they made the weapon with their feet. They forged the weapon with their feet. Okay.
How you expect the "no weapon." An adventuring party consisting of a Victorian gentleman thief, an Old West gunslinger, a disgraced former samurai, and an elderly French pirate is 100%.
Oh my god. Wait, this is a great party concept. Wait, I like this. Wait, this is fun.
Actually, historically plausible. Victorian England, the American Old West, Meiji Restoration, the French privateering in the Gulf of Mexico all happened within a single person's life. Conclusion: an adventuring party consisting of a Victorian gentleman thief, an Old West gunslinger, a disgraced former samurai, and an elderly French pirate is 100% actually historically.
I would love to be the Old West gunslinger though. I don't think I've tried guns in D&D.
If you're a villain, you should put your evil lair close by the village so that the level 1 characters don't have enough time to level up enough to defeat you. Zoe, age 10. Long time. Smart, dude. If you're a villain, you should put your evil lair
This makes sense. Go straight into the big boss fight. No leveling up. No character development. No journey. Just go to the boss fight. Speed run it, heck.
I love monks in D&D because the guy on the battlefield armed with only his fist doesn't seem very threatening until he starts sprinting towards you at 69 miles per hour. In a world where being unarmored is primarily reserved for squishy backline casters, there are a few things more intimidating than a person in cloth suddenly sprinting at you.
Monks are fucking so strong close up though. God, I hate every time I play a game, because I always play long range games. Monks are the worst to go against. I just get defeated, especially in MOBAs. Fucking MOBAs. League of Legends.
One time a DM let me play a Venom-inspired character where I played a host and my long-distance girlfriend played the symbiotic. This was up a Discord call where she could hear everything said at the table, but I had one headphone in my ear, and only I could hear what she was saying. If I wanted to respond, I had to speak out loud.
What? Oh, I would love to see that. That's so funny. Oh, that should have been on the YouTubes. No, that's actually so funny.
Arrow thunked into Rogue. Barbarian. Look, a note. It says, "I, Ranger, have joined your party." Yay! No! Arrow thunked into Rogue. This note says, "By the way, if I wanted the Rogue dead, the Rogue would be dead." I like the Ranger. Arrow thunked into Rogue. Barbarian. Look, a note. It says, "I, Ranger, have joined your party." Yay!
I hate that he gives the barbarian that voice though.
Shitty character idea. A sorcerer that thinks he's a wizard. He goes to school and tries really hard to take notes and even keeps a spellbook. The spellbook is all gibberish and his technique is all wrong, but much to the frustration of his teachers. His magic just works anyway.
This sounds like an anime already.
Look, the winter is eternal, but this is a normal D&D village. They just make mead and stuff. For mead, they need bees. Yes, they keep bees. Okay, but if it's eternal winter, what do the bees make honey from? And that's how you get carnivorous meat bees? Look,
that makes sense. I mean, I guess you could also keep mead long term.
Completely fucked myself in the D&D game I run by doing a flashback series to the founding of the city/setting and accidentally included a mountain that doesn't exist in the present day. One of my players said, "Oh, I'm so excited to find out what happens to the mountain." Me too, buddy.
Big mistake.
So, you know how most of the things humans use as spices are poisonous or repellent to most other mammals? And you know how anything vaguely D&D inspired always has dwarves as being way more poison resistant than even humans? Dwarf cuisine shouldn't be bland. It should be unimaginably spicy and potentially harmful or fatal to humans. Like green potato and rhubarb leaf salad with festive garnish and deadly nightshade berries, that kind of thing. Concept, humans think it's bland because rather than memorizing what kills humans, it's safer to just pass on the spices. Should we add salt?
I guess this is similar to the British versus, you know, us who have the spice havers. We're the dwarves here.
There's no way humans eat rocks, right? So, you know how I'm gonna seduce your dad, sleep with your dad, marry your dad, divorce your dad, and then claim custody of you in the divorce. The sorcerer explained to the wizard exactly how she was going to win. I f***ed your mom.
What the fuck? There's so many good D&D content on Tumblr. As you said, this is a lot of this is from Tumblr.
Seduce your dad, sleep with your dad.
Is this Twitter? I don't know this format.
Dad, divorce your dad, and
we should all just go back to Tumblr, you guys. Less controversy, less fucked up shit, more funny D&D posts.
Bard, so what's your speciality? Stealth. Paladin, me too. In that armor? Yeah, we just have different styles. For example, I use heavy stealth. Which is? Nobody can see you if there are no witnesses. Bard, so what's your speciality? Stealth. Paladin, me too.
Heavy stealth.
Armor? Yeah, we just have different styles. For example, I use heavy stealth. Which is? Nobody can see you if there are no witnesses.
Amazing. But you can hear the clinky and the clanking. The clinking and the clanking, and then just death. Doomslayer stealth. He's just like me for real.
Lastly, we have Jake. Who are you playing? I met a human fighter. Original. Alright, so you were all greeted by a nobleman who... Is he a human? Yes, actually. Oh, shit. Go time already. I fight him. That's not... Death to the human! He's a human fighter. Lastly, we have Jake. Who are you playing? I met a human fighter.
So little. He has a good voice, by the way. Does that actually work? Do you play as a paladin and then go invisible in your D&D campaigns? I'm curious how that works out.
A female Dragonborn paladin with a noble background is the ultimate switch. She can be the knight, the princess, or the dragon, as circumstances require. I'm imagining a scenario where, through a series of misunderstandings, she's hired to rescue herself from herself. So, Aldous of Mosley, the church has evidence to suggest that the Princess Miranda of Foxley has been kidnapped by Firefang the Ruthless. Will you rescue her on behalf of His Holiness? Sir Miranda's old days, born in Foxley, honorarily knighted in Mosley as a black knight after winning a jousting tournament, whose rebellious teenage nickname was Firefang. So, about all that.
3 in 1. It sounds like a character in a lot of, I guess, main protagonists who don't want to just be a princess.
Deal. Faye, very well. When you return home tonight, your mother will be in pristine health again. It will like she never fell ill at all. Even the memory of her suffering will fade. Thank you so much. She means everything to me. I know. Let's hope the price wasn't too much for you after all. Only time will tell.
Oh no.
So, when do we start? If I may ask you to elaborate, you said you wanted my firstborn. Yes. And you agreed? Yeah. So, when do we start?
Faye.
Where are we? Oh, we're already like 30 minutes in. Actually, this is a good time to stop with ZacSpeaksGiant.